Alright, this is TG MotoRider. Today I wanted to make a little video about riding in the rain. Be very, very cautious of a couple of things. Number one, when it starts raining, let it rain for about 10 minutes before you decide to go. Give it the 10 minutes to wash the oils off the road. Because when it first starts raining, those oils rise up. And that becomes very slick. Number two, painted lines and manhole covers in the rain are really slick. So you want to be very cautious about that. You want to try to keep the bike more upright if you can. Don't go into a severe lean if you can help it. You also want to be able to kind of do the speed limit. I know it sounds crazy. Everyone thinks, well, just ride really slow. Riding super duper slow because it's raining is actually really dangerous. Other traffic around you is going to be doing the speed limit. They might be doing a few miles under the speed limit, but most people in a car in the rain don't slow down that much. After it's been raining for a while and all the stuff's washed off the road, you really only lose, oh, we got lightning, that's cool. You only lose about 10% of your traction. Now this bike does not have anti-lock brakes. My engine brake, and you let the bike settle into the brake first. As you apply both brakes, the bike kind of settles down, and then you apply pressure. You know what I mean? You squeeze the brake. You know, you don't want to lose your friction point. So you also want to be aware of what's on your left and right. I know some people are scared to death of riding in the rain. It's nothing to be deathly afraid of, but you definitely have to have some heightened caution. You are for sure going to get wet. You are not going to stay dry. I mean, even with rain gear on. And I've got some stuff on now I'm wearing, but even now I'm getting pretty wet. The other thing you want to worry about is I ride in all weather, even in the winter. I don't winterize my bikes, I never have. And if it's cold out and there's no ice, you have to pretty much ride like you're in the rain. Because your tires are not going to have the friction you're used to. You're going to notice that. When your tires are cold and the ground is cold, you are not going to have that traction that you're used to having. Now I put Rain X on my visor. That kind of helps a lot. You also want to keep your distance from cars if you can. You can't control the car that's coming up behind you, but you know what you can control? You can control how close you are to the car that's in front of you. That you can control. So you look at the things look at your advantages, look at the things you can do something about, and that's how you ride. There are variables in this situation that I can control. There are things I can do. Am I going to hit the throttle and spin my bike out all over the place? If you throttle too hard, you might. Am I going to drop my bike if I brake too hard? Yeah, if you grab a handful of front brake and it's like this out, yeah, you might. It's going to be a high side crash. You're going to go over the front. If you glide too much rear brake, the rear is going to slip a little bit. You're going to feel that, but once you ease off the brake, that quickly kind of fixes itself and you straighten up again. But you want to watch painted lines, so I'm keeping the bike more upright on the painted lines. You want to watch manhole covers. You want to keep your distance from the car in front of you. You want to look out for, like, see that standing water. I wouldn't try to ride through that. That's a bad idea. You know, even at 40 miles an hour, I mean, that's just not a good idea. The other thing I want to warn you about is hypothermia. I ride in the winter, and I have a lot of winter gear. And yeah, I've been caught in a drizzle while there's snow on the ground. It almost turned to ice on me. If you start really seriously getting cold, look, if you rode 30 minutes out, you know you have to go 30 minutes back. So you always want to think in terms of halves. How I'm feeling right now on this long ride in the cold or on this long ride in the rain and the cold, how I'm feeling right now, I don't feel fine, whatever. Am I going to feel this way in 40 minutes? Am I going to feel this way in an hour? No, probably not. So you have to be realistic with yourself. If you didn't use the proper gear, and listen, I've been caught before where I didn't have enough gear on and I went out and it was cool and it started dumping and yeah, it was cold and I knew I had another 35 minutes, whatever, to get home. and it was a cold ride home. Rain is not an instant death sentence, okay? Getting stuck in the rain on a motorcycle is not an instant, oh my god, I'm gonna die situation. It's a situation that requires your attention, but if you're freaking out about it, then that's bad. Ride with some sense and awareness, but don't tighten up on the handlebars. If you're riding where your hands are clenched on the handlebars and your knees are locked on the tank and you're scared for your life, I'll be honest with you, you probably need not be in that situation. Build yourself, if that's something you want to get good at, then you're going to want to build yourself up to that. Then these are tips that'll help you. So you don't want to throttle hard, you don't want to brake too hard, you definitely want to Rain-X your visor, especially if you're going to be out in the rain a lot. If you have a windshield, it is helpful. This bike does not have a windshield. It had one, but I took it off. I'm not wild about windshields. But, you know, don't turn into Evel Knievel. Take it light. Enjoy your ride. Nothing wrong with riding in the rain. You just got to be cautious. Don't tense up. Use your common sense. Plenty of distance between you and the car in front of you. You can use your front brake, but you have to apply even pressure as you go to stop. Don't mash on it. And enjoy your ride in the rain. TG MotoRider, signing off.